Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the demographic crisis in Japan and how to solve this problem. First, I will talk about the situation of Japan's population. Please look at this graph. This graph shows just the change of Japanese population, and it also includes estimation of Japanese population in the future. And as this graph clearly shows, the Japanese population is decreasing in recent years and is expected to decrease continuously in the future in a rapid pace. And this has a great implication for the future of Japan. For example, as a decreasing population means the shrinking workforce. So in the future, in many fields of industry in Japan, the the shortage of workforce will be a big problem, especially in fields like medical care that have that is expected to especially in fields like medical care, because in such fields, the demand of workforce will increase while the supply of workforce is expected to decrease. So we have to immediately solve this problem. But how? What should be done to solve this demographic crisis in Japan? I think that there are mainly three ways to cope with this problem. First, increasing the number of immigrants is a good solution for the demographic crisis in Japan. Currently, Japan does not welcome a large number of immigrants from foreign countries, but there are some places in Japan that have communities of foreign people. One such example is Kawaguchi in Saitan Prefecture. In Kawaguchi, Kurdish people, a lot of Kurdish people live, and they make a big community. So I think that increasing such communities in many places in Japan will help solve the dwindling population of Japan. And I think it is also beneficial for the diversity of Japan, because the increase of people from foreign countries means increases the cultural diversity by making it possible for Japanese people to have access to culture of other countries. And it also fosters globalization by making it easier for people in foreign countries to come to Japan. However, increasing the number of immigrants also have downsides. For example, it might impair Japanese culture and the integrity of Japanese people. And I think that it will face a great opposition from many Japanese people. And for example, many Japanese people feel very anxious about the increase of immigrants, because they think that immigrants cause a lot of crimes. So I think that we have to radically change the attitude of Japanese people if we want to increase the number of immigrants. The second way to cope with the demographic crisis in Japan is to encourage couples to have children. The decreasing population of Japan is mainly due to the falling birth rate of young people. So I think that Japanese government have to do some policies to encourage couples to have children. For example, by decreasing the financial burden of young people. Um, However, I think that this might require a radical change of attitude of young people because the reason for the falling birth rate cannot be solely attributed to the economical reason, the economical burden of young people. So it might so if Japanese government tries to encourage couples to have children, they have to first identify the cause, the reason of the falling birth rate, and have to um, have to solve this problem in many different ways other than economical ways. And lastly, stopping the influx of people from rural areas into urban areas is a good solution for demographic crisis in Japan because the birth rate is higher in rural areas than in urban areas. So we have to, however, in recent years, the general flow of people is from rural areas into urban areas. So we have to reverse the flow of people. I think it is good for both overcrowded cities and the declining rural areas. So we have to stop the influx of people into urban areas. And I think that it is possible thanks to the development of information technology. Thanks to the development of information technology, teleworking is becoming easier and easier for people. So Japanese young people are becoming can move to rural areas more easily than in the past. So I think stopping the influx of people into urban areas can be a possible solution for the demographic crisis in Japan. So thank you for listening.